Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I was maybe going to do another beer review today, but yeah, I ended up stumbling across a way to open this bottle. So here we go. Italian craft beer coming at you. So yeah, I think it was a couple of nights ago now. We were just doing a couple of beer reviews and we had like quite a few people in the chat. And a couple of the boys knew that I had this one. And I was keen for another beer. And I was like, I want to do like a stout or something. And all of a sudden, we decided I was going to do this. And I went and grabbed a bottle. And I realized it had wax on it. And it was like 1 a.m. I'm like, I can't really be bothered mucking around with it. But I got the wax off pretty quick. And then underneath the wax was a cork. I just expected it to be like a bottle top. So yeah, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I went to grab my waiter's friend and I couldn't find it anywhere. And it just got to that point where I was starting to get angry and pissed off and stuff because it was real late night and it was a weeknight as well. So I just cracked the shits and didn't end up reviewing it. And I put a message up on like YouTube post just to say sorry guys because they were still waiting for me to come back and start reviewing it. So yeah, now's the time. It's open. I've poured it, ready to go. So yeah, it's by, I don't know how they're pronounced. You know what it's like with a lot of European names. I'm going to say Baladin. It could be Baladin. It could be something completely different. But they are a farm brewery, and they're based sort of central Italy. Yeah, they do like Belgian sort of style beers. I have had stuff from them in the past. Back when I first got into craft beer in like, I think I first got into craft around 2012. I reckon I would have tried some of these a couple of years after that. So yeah, they've always had some very like unique bottles. I think the ones I've had previously were like a similar design but smaller. I know I've had some dark stuff from them. I've had some sort of like farmhouse type ale stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this one is known as NOEL, orange and cacao. So like a choc orange sort of thing. NOEL is like a series, I think, where they're like maybe dark Belgian beers. I'd go into detail with description, but everything's in Italian, so it is pretty cool to have some Italy beer on the channel. So looking forward to that. Let's get into it, and hopefully some people jump in and start interacting. So this is the pour. It didn't have a head as soon as I poured it, so it doesn't really look any different to what it did when I poured it like 20 minutes ago. I just poured it for the photo. But yeah, she's a fairly big bottle, 750 mils, so we'll just slowly tuck away at it. So I'm going to say a light body. Looks very light, which is yeah, kind of disappointing. Carbonation, when I first opened it, it had a fair bit going on, but I'd still say it's fairly light. The colour is, I'd say, a very dark, like brown, very dark chocolate colour. And yeah, that's probably about it with appearance. We'll go with smell. Ooh. It's funny because I get just as much banana as I do orange. And I get a berry vibe as well. Actually smells really good. It's like a combination of like almost like a fruit salad with some chocolate. So I'm getting I feel like from the yeast, I'm getting like banana, clove, blueberry sort of thing. And then, yeah, like the beer itself is like chocolatey. I would say maybe a little touch of toffee. And yeah, you're getting that orange as well. I'd love to know how they went about the orange, whether they used like orange peel. Smells good though. Just a little concerned about the real light body to it. And the percentage on this one, I don't think I said. It's hard to read. I think it's 8.5. Yeah, 8.5%. It looks like this was brewed, I think this is 2024. So last year. Looks like they've got like a 5-year expiry on them. Cool. Well, now that I've gone over that, let's have a sip of it. Cheers, guys. Fairly biscuity on the palate. It's got like a slightly chalky mouthfeel. I don't think the yeast characteristics that I got on the nose are there as much on the flavour. On the flavour, I'm getting majority chocolate. There is orange there, but it's like subdued. Yeah, biscuity, chocolate, maybe like a little touch of like raisin. It's very like subtle, like the flavor's just sort of like delicate, not too in your face. And I remember that being the case when I drank them in the past. Like they were these beers that sort of advertised as having these flavors, but it was very like very calm. Yeah, it's nice, but like it's just on first couple of sips, it's nice, but like nothing spectacular, if you get what I mean. You sort of wonder with these beers if they're best beers that, if they're the type of beers that are best to leave cellar for a while or drink fresh. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting the flavour that you're meant to. Like I feel like it's drinking okay. It's just that style of beer where it's not really a real punchy in your face flavour. Hmm. But yeah, very light body. Be nice if it was had a bit more oomph to the body. Sometimes you'll get some Belgian beers and they got like I don't know, like a sort of syrupy texture, and they're definitely a bit thicker than what this is. Cheers to the chat. So this is one of those streams where it's like, yeah, I've probably pushed the limits today and done too much. Now YouTube's like, not shit, yeah. Because I did two beer reviews earlier, both live reviews, and then I did a short. I feel like sometimes when you do a bit too much on a day, it's like YouTube doesn't like it. But yeah, I'm just going to sit and take my time with this one. I was thinking I should have got some like non-copyrighted Italian music and just had it playing in the background. Would have been cool. So yeah, not much happening today. Just been lazing around. I've actually been watching a lot of other people's YouTube videos. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go on anyone's panel today. I was gonna go up on Drew's, but he ended it. And then yeah, Simo's was just that bit too early for me. And no one else has really gone live since. I think I just seen Carla doing a birthday stream and Keith hanging out with, as in 93 Lumber, hanging out with FLX, and then Beerman and Geordie come along. Cheers, Hamish. Welcome in, bro. So I don't know if you remember the other night when I was going to drink this beer and then I couldn't find my waiter's friend to open it. So yeah, we're doing it now, bro. It's a big Italian craft beer. I'm tired, bro. I'm always tired. I'm hungry too. I cooked up a big brekkie that was awesome, but then after that, I had some leftovers from nachos yesterday, but it was hardly anything. So I really need to have another meal. Yeah. Yeah, so I still couldn't find my waiter's friend or the other bottle opener. So I just popped the old screw in the cork, whacked it down a little bit with the hammer, and then got the end of the hammer and just sort of slowly pulled it out. But it kept getting damaged, so yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass, but I got to it eventually. It's like you just got to be really patient with it. I was just trying to get it done in a hurry, just boom, pull it out. But every time I tried to do it aggressively, the cork would just break into bits. So yeah, so far it's fairly subtle. On the nose, you got a heap of Belgian character, like your banana and berry from the yeast, and clove. But yeah, on the palate, it's quite subdued. You're getting chocolate, you're getting biscuit, you're getting sort of faint orange. Yeah, but it's just very light. There's not much to the body as well. Why am I coughing all of a sudden? But yeah, I'm getting that sometimes from yeast. I'll get that banana clove thing from like Belgian beers, But sometimes from yeast, especially with certain types of beers, even wheat beers, I get like a blueberry touch, like a candy touch from the yeast. Yeah, for sure, bro. So this is the one I couldn't get open the other night. It's a big Italian craft beer. So yeah, it had the wax top which I could get off, but then it had a cork in it, and I couldn't find my bottle opener for cork. So yeah, I just hacked at it tonight with a screw and a hammer, like a savage, like an angry tradesman. When the cork kept breaking into bits, I'm like, for fuck's sake. And the dogs are looking at me. The dogs hate it when I say fuck because they know that normally when I say it, it's like I'm going off at something. So even if I say it in like good context, they still hear the word and sort of like don't like it. I had a late breakfast, mate, so I haven't had lunch. Bacon and eggs for brekkie. Yeah, I'm considering like maybe I don't know. I might get pizza or something tonight. Mm, see what happens. What's everyone been up to today? So yesterday went fairly slow, but today's gone really quick. Pour some more. Good thing is being 750, it'll last a while. So that's got a bit more fizz to it. Be good if it stayed like that. I do like the bottle. Pretty sexy. It's cool how it's got the imprint into the actual beer. Yeah, cool. I'm always home alone. It's good most of the time. Sometimes you get a bit lonely. It's like when you're in a relationship. Like these days, I enjoy just being single and doing my own thing. But yeah, every now and then you just like, oh, it's good when you have that person around, especially on weeknights. It can be sometimes it can be shit coming home from work and you sort of got no one to vent to, and you don't have any food there waiting for you and shit like that. Like, yeah, it can be a bit depressing. But yeah, whenever I fuck off and go on my little trips and that, it's the best thing ever. It's doing your own thing. Cheers, Josh. I'm on the Italian craft, mate. The one I couldn't get open the other day. So yeah, that's the brand there. They're like a farm brewery based in sort of central Italy. I don't know if you'd seen their bottles around. I think I asked you, but yeah, I remember when I first got into craft about a couple of years later, I'd see them in Melbourne every now and then. They were smaller bottles though. Slow pour pills. Cool. Where are they from? Colorado. Yep. I take it you were playing pretty average, swinging or hooking a bit. Good old Denver. So yeah, so far with this beer, it's like, as I said, it's quite subtle. You're getting some decent notes, but yeah, it's not punchy at all. It's very mellow, especially for being a Belgian style beer. I do like that you get that slight sort of banana, blueberry, like candy sort of character, but yeah, I just wish it was like more in your face. It's been pretty slow on the old tube tonight. Not much American stuff going on. That nearly makes it a wheat wine. You need to get a wheat wine, bro, so we can do a stream. Yeah, I have had some beers from those guys. They do a lot of yeah, like a lot of sort of woody type beers, farmhouse stuff, and yeah, occasionally they'll use like smoked malt and they mix it up a bit. It's good. Well, that's yeah, the Norway one I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, I think I've had that. I really want some more Scandinavian stuff. We used to get shitloads of it back in the day, and now you just don't see it. Smoked stout. Ooh. I still can't believe how disappointing that smoked Schwartz beer was by Schlenkerla. I had so much excitement for it because yeah, A, they're one of my favourite breweries. Two, it was like a Schwartz beer. Very rare to get a nice smoky Schwartz beer. But yeah, as soon as I tasted it, it just had that artificial sort of thing going on. It just tasted nothing like the rest of their range. I remember Bumpy thinking the same thing. Yeah, exactly. They just seem to be sort of more like delicate. Like I just don't. Don't seem to get many craft beers from like Europe where they're just real punchy flavour and huge hop character. And Drewy got the Roush cooler. Cool. Yeah, he said something to me how he got some barrel aged stouts. I was wondering what he got. Because I know he was talking about getting some bottle logic. And I've still got one in the cupboard. Yeah, there's just something about like imprints on a glass bottle. It's just cool. Like a lot of work goes into that. Imagine if you did homebrew in bottles like that, it'd be cool as. Yeah, do it. That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, Bumpy keeps banging on. Like back in the day, he was saying that he reckons I'd love those beers because they're like really malty West Coast, aren't they? Yeah, I was saying how I should have had some random Italian music going in the background. Had a red wine on the side and slinging some pizzas. An ancient ale. That sounds pretty cool. I know there's some ales where they use like real old school yeast from like Egyptian times and stuff. Could be something like that. There's ones where they find yeast in like shipwrecks and such a fucking awesome world out there when it comes to like science in beer and what you can do. Yeah. Yeah, you should have done a review today, brother. I've seen you in the chat at a few places. Um, yeah, where were you? I was possibly going to do a hangout. I decided to do a review and then I did another review and then yeah, there wasn't many people around, so I just sort of like was going around a few different places and watching other shit on YouTube. Yeah, for sure. Something like this, it feels like it would be. Like, do you reckon they'd be real thankful if you took the bottles back to them? Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. It's all in the name. I wouldn't expect anything less having a name like that to be a ripping bloke. Oh, it's going to be hell getting up at fucking 3 in the morning tomorrow. It sucks because it's only like it's mid afternoon here now, but yeah, when you think of the time, it's only 12 hours away and I have to get up. It's a good thing I start and finish early. I feel like this drink's like it's a lot less than 8.5. In saying that, though, that seems to be a Belgian thing. You'll just slug away at a beer like this and think you're fine, and then you get up to go to the toilet and you're absolutely paralytic. So yeah, I've done. This will be the third beer review today, and then I did a short as well. Yeah, fucking oath it does. It sucks. I've got a little West Coast with terpenes sitting there on the bench. I'm probably going to drink that off camera. Cheers, Jimmy. Good to see you, bro. Speaking of Scandinavia. Do you see a shitload of stouts where you are, Jimmy, in the winter time? Be cool if you had like heaps of stouts and barley wine. And wheat wine. Wheat. Oh, really? Fuck, I apologise. I always thought Scandinavia was all four. Actually, five. I always thought Scandinavia was Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, and Iceland. Yeah, it'd be like when people call Ireland UK, or if you're Canadian and you get called American. I was just always led to believe that all those countries up there were known as Scandinavia. I reckon I even got taught that at school. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. You learn something every day. Let's pour some more. Yep. But yeah, stouts. Baltic porters, yeah, cool. Barley wines. Trying to work out how much is left in there. Fuck all. So it's probably been about 3 glasses, I think. Yep. In many ways, I'm guessing you're referring to. Oh, I can't get comfy. Bloody dog's in the worst spot behind me. Woo! And he's like hard up against like my jumper, and it's pushing my jumper up, and like because it's cold, I can feel air on my bare skin. What's new? No, not much, mate. Same old shit, really. Um, yeah. So I've got a gold Labrador who's purebred and still got his nuts, and he's like 15 years old. He's lived a very, very good life. Obviously, being 15 is pretty awesome. I honestly think keeping his nuts has made his life go longer than what it should have. Is he's always like maintained a real sort of healthy weight, and he's always been really muscular and lean, whereas a lot of labs get real fat as they get older. Um, yeah, they've always had heaps of exercise as well. Um, yeah, he's always been loyal as fuck, like really good dog. Couldn't ask for anything better, sort of thing. And then, like, he had the usual characteristics when he was younger, like a little shit, but yeah, nothing I couldn't handle. And then the other one I got pretty much when I moved to another town because I was used to living with mates and having people around all the time. And then I moved to another town and I was in a house by myself. So whenever I'd go to work and I did a lot of overtime, Angus was getting really like weird and separation anxiety, and yeah, like sort of you could just tell he wasn't the same. So I thought I'll get another dog, so then at least when I'm at work and keep him company, and yeah, he'd be a lot happier and stuff. And one of my workmates, her dog was having pups, so yeah, I ended up getting the first pick out of those, and yeah, he's like a mixed breed. He's got a heap of different breeds in him. He's got Kelpie, Border Collie, Curly Retriever, and Husky. But I actually think he has German Pointer in him because he looks more like a pointer out of any other dog breed. And he even does the little point thing when he's like, I don't know, like looking at birds and chickens and stuff like that. It's almost like yeah, someone's fucked up his breeding along the way or something. He was a real shit when he was a pup. He'd always be trying to get out. Yeah, I got his nuts taken off very quickly. um, yeah, and I remember one time where he went to the pound and cost me a heap of money. Even the guy at the pound's like, "Oh, so what's your German pointer's name?" I'm like, "He's not German pointer," and the guy goes, "I'm pretty sure he is." Yeah, I'm the same dude. I have a very broken family. So yeah, the dogs are pretty much my family, like my kids, and yeah, it's like I don't have, I don't, unfortunately, I don't get to like celebrate Christmas and birthdays and all that sort of shit, which can be pretty depressing, pretty hard on you if you, yeah, you sort of mentally like when you're seeing everyone else celebrating and you're like by yourself, it's pretty tough. But having like two dogs that you love, it's like it makes it a bit easier. But yeah, that's what's good about YouTube as well. I love coming on here and just like talking shit with people, and sometimes I vent, sometimes it's positive. Like yeah, you get a bit of a mix with me. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I think that's what people like. So yeah, it's not always about beer. And we're talking about this in another stream today. I just said how, because people crap on about YouTube numbers and that, and it gets annoying because it's like you'll have people out there that have the personality of a fucking wet blanket, and they got like 100,000 subscribers, but they've just got that amount of people because of what they're doing. Like they might be a gamer, they might be a food reviewer or something, and then you got all these like awesome beer reviewers and shit that have only got like 1,000 subs, and they're like full of personality and real good people, and like it's not a good way to sort of measure the success of a YouTube channel just by numbers. So I was just saying how I feel like when it comes to YouTube and that, it's more about the character, the person, and the community. And yeah, like I don't know, I feel like if people enjoy what you do and that, they'd come and watch you even if you were sitting drinking a coffee. And sometimes it's not about the product at all. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. No, I don't know, like I've obviously been involved in YouTube for years, but I've only just started my own channel just over a year ago, and yeah, like I've really enjoyed it. Like especially the last few months, getting like a lot of Aussie people involved has made it even better. Just to have like that good community around you, and everyone sort of has their own little jokes, and yeah, you just start to get to know people fairly well, and because that's all I used to do. I used to just go and watch my favorite YouTubers and go in their chat and just talk shit, like hang shit on them, and yeah, you just sort of get to know them, and yeah, it's cool. Sometimes like YouTubers and that they get too big, and then they sort of forget where they come from and who their what early fans were and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, the beer hasn't really changed much with like time and like a bit of warmth, a bit of air to it. It's just sort of subtle, like slight Belgian character, chocolate, orange. I do like it. It's just it's not. It's one of those beers that's solid, but nothing like special. But yeah, because I've had some of their stuff in the past, and just from what I've heard of other people and that are into their craft stuff, I sort of knew what I was getting. Um, Even when I bought it, I think I got it for like a discounted price. So yeah, it didn't really worry me too much if it wasn't going to be anything spectacular. Considering it's from Italy, it's actually like a pretty decent price. Could have been way worse. Especially the fact of the fucking wax top and box and all that shit. Like it's made to look like it's something real special. What's news with you, Jimmy? Any like changes or anything exciting coming up? One thing I need to do, bro, like you know what it's like when you're just slaving away at work and you sort of don't have anything to look forward to, and you're sort of just going about in motion. And I need to book a holiday, I reckon. I feel like if you book a holiday and you know that you've at least paid for like flights or booked accommodation or whatever, and you know that you're definitely going, then you got something to sort of look out for, like look after. And yeah, it's like you go to work and you're like, oh, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. I've got this awesome trip coming up. But yeah, at the moment, it's like I've got nothing planned. So I go to work and I'm just like, ugh. Especially when it's like fucking 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, exactly. See, the thing for me was always to build like a good community and have like make a heap of friends, and that's what I've done. But also, I think it'd be cool if you just got some sort of recognition where you get the occasional brewery just sending you some beers and stuff. And I've had a little bit of that as well, so I can't really complain. I think everyone wants to get to that 1,000 mark just because at least then you do get some sort of reward for your effort, like just getting that little bit of money off YouTube. But yeah, I've got a pretty good like kitty of money just sitting there. People giving donations and stuff. It's just a shame that YouTube takes a massive cut of it. Like I feel sorry for people when they sort of like donate like $20 and yeah, the person that receives it only gets like I don't know about 60% or something. See, I just got that blueberry note again, just on the aroma. She's just about empty, I think. It's definitely. I do feel it a little bit now. It's like I just start to, how you just sort of get that slightly heavy forehead, like a little bit woozy. It just hasn't felt very boozy as I've drank it. But cheers, Trav. Much appreciated, dude. And yeah, when like you'll notice a lot of people in my chat are mods. It's one of those things when people keep coming in and I get to know them a bit more. I usually add them as a mod. It's just a way to show that who the people are that are always sort of around, and yeah, so because yeah, you occasionally you'll get some fuckwits coming in trying to cause trouble, but they don't seem to last very long. I've been pretty lucky on my channel so far. Got a week's holiday in October. Cool. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that'd be cool. Yeah, Panthers. You can never write them off. They've just been such a dominant team over the years. I just, yeah. Cheers, Bill. Welcome back, brother. I'm on a fancy schmancy Italian beer, dude. It's like a Belgian style ale with orange and cacao, so chocolate. It's not bad. It's just a little. I don't know. Just I've always find these beers very subdued, very I don't know, just very, very calm. They don't seem to be full of flavour. They're just very, very like subtle. Like it smelt a lot better than it tasted. When I first smelt it, I could smell like banana and chocolate and clove and blueberry and like biscuit and like even like some raisins and stuff. And then you taste it and you're just like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I forgot about that. Here I am sitting in the middle of the day. So, like, yeah, I forgot you were going to a concert. It's so good, isn't it? Getting out and going to gigs. I fucking love it. It's one of my favourite things to do. It's one thing, like if I lived in the suburbs of Melbourne, I'd always be going to like just small pub gigs and shit. Even if I wasn't drinking, I'd just be like, fuck it. I want to see this band in Fitzroy tonight. I'm going to go check them out. And then as soon as they finish, come home and go to bed. I think most of the time, though, I'd be on the frothies. Let's be honest. There you go, Bill. Trav's just asked you what concert you went to. So, yeah, Bill's based in California, Trav. He's played in a few bands and that himself. Loves his thrash metal. I think the next gig I'm going to go to is probably the Southern River Band in Melbourne. They're a band I really like at the moment. Good live act, like your classic Aussie rock. Um, they've just done a heap of European tours. They were at Download Festival. Yeah, they're killing it at the moment. They come back to Australia and they're not even like treated like royalty or anything because Australian radio is fucking shit. They don't play their own stuff. They play all this crap, fucking American rap and pop and shit on the radio. So half our decent Aussie bands here, they get no recognition at home, so they just fuck off and go play in Europe and UK and the States and that. From Ashes Rise. Yeah, that's all it is, Jimmy. I've only had the channel myself for over a year, but yeah, like I've been talking shit to like people like you for fucking years. Like it was always us on like Craig's streams and Harry's streams, and yeah. See, I looked up. I found a way to look up how long you've been subscribed to people for, and Craig and Jake O'Beer, they were one of the first beer reviewers I started following. I think it was Simon from Real Ale, like obviously because he was one of the originals. I had him up there. Um, Joe Senegalia from America, he was another early one for me. But yeah, it was just funny how Craig and Jake were on the same day. They must have been, I dare say, they were hanging out together, and I went click, click, like got both of them. Oh, yeah, cool. I reckon I've seen them at a festival, but not like a solo show. And then, yeah, another band I used to like called Cog. They're doing a like a reunion sort of tour. was thinking about going to see that. There's a couple of people that have been in the chat previously that are fans of Cog as well. The Living End are back together. They've done another album. They're always good to see live. See, growing up in Warrnambool, I was always like lucky to be able to see the Living End all the time. It's amazing how many times they go down to Warney. And same with like 28 Days, Jebediah, Grinspoon. Like there's so many bands that just used to come to Warrnambool all the time. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, after this beer's done, I might even crack another one. Like I'll just stay on this stream, but just crack another beer. I've got a West Coast that's got terpenes in it, just sitting in the kitchen ready to go. So it'll pick me up a bit. It'll be a bit of a palate cleanser after this one. Something punchy and bitter and resinous. And then it'll be nearly time to order some dinner. So I've got to go to work early, obviously. So yeah, this will be my last sip of this one. But yeah, on the nose, like same as when it started. You're getting more of the banana, clove, and like blueberry from the yeast. Like you're getting more of that aroma than you are like orange. The orange is there, but it's just very subtle. And like that sort of carried through to the flavour as well. But yeah, the chocolate's pretty big on the palate, but you don't really smell it much. And then you get that little waft of like dark fruit. So yeah, hit the like too, peeps, if you haven't already. But yeah, on the taste, I feel like the orange come out a little more as it warms, but yeah, it's still pretty like subtle. Chocolate was always there. The dark fruits you didn't really get much on the taste, just on the nose. And yeah, the Belgian sort of yeast notes, the banana, the berry, like the clove, the spice sort of thing, probably carried through on the palate, but still not as strong as what it was on the nose. So yeah, with this beer, I'd probably say like I'll go a 4.1 out of 5. It's decent. It's just nothing. It's not going to set the world afire. So yeah, what I might do is quickly duck to the toilet, and then I'll grab another beer and come back and just keep talking some shit and hanging out with peeps. Back shortly. Cheers, legends. So yeah, this is by Bridge Road Brewers, and they're out of Beechworth, which is up in the northeast of Victoria. And it's just their west coast, but with terpenes. So it is an IPA fused with grapefruit kush terpenes, featuring CTZ, Magnum, Cascade, Centennial, Citra, and Mosaic. So it's got a fair few hops in it. It'll be I feel like it's going to be very piney, very dank, very weedy. Let's hope it lives up to the terpene hype. I've had a shitload of terpene beers. I feel like I'm the terpene king on YouTube because no one else seems to review any. So let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed, a banger. Ooh, it smells good. When you get that smell just from pouring it, yeah, that looks really good. So it's got that look to it, like it might have a bit of that caramel toffee malt, like white bready malt biscuit. Yeah, it's very clean and clear. Like I can see through it, which is pretty cool. It's got a nice tight knit 2 to 3 finger head, like white foamy. Color of the body, probably like I'd say a medium orange. It looks darker in the camera. It's like it's hard to see. Looks oxidized in the camera, which isn't good. Light carbonation. And then, yeah, the body to me looks pretty, like it's got a bit of fullness, so medium. Oh, it smells delightful. It smells like pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit, pine. Yeah, I love spirits, dude. Unfortunately, though, in Australia, they're so fucking expensive. So it sort of annoys me. It's like I'd love to drink more spirits and do the occasional like spirit review and stuff, but here we go. Moscow. Cool. Cheers, dude. Cheers to Russia from Australia. I've been trying to get hold of some Russian craft beer, but yeah, I just haven't had much luck. Hopefully you're well. It's good to see people from all over the globe. Are you having a drink at all or just a joint? Yeah, so back to Trav's question. I like I like yeah, I pretty much like most spirits, dude. The one that sort of makes me feel ill when I have it's tequila, just because I've had some bad experiences on it. But I could still drink it till the cows come home. Oh yeah, you had a singer. Good old Thailand beer. Yeah, I've been to Thailand a couple of times and had plenty of singers. Singer and Chang and Leo. Yeah, so one style of whiskey I really love, Trav, is the peated whiskies, the smoky ones from like Scotland. I fucking love that shit. So good. It's funny. It tastes like an ashtray, but I love it. There's just something about it like that. real intense smoke, peat smoke. Yeah. Do you have any Russian beer recommendations? I had a craft brewery. They were from the south of Russia somewhere. I think they were called Zagavor. They were really good. Like as far as like, yeah, they did some experimental sort of stuff, and I remember them being at a tap takeover I went to. And they were real good, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to get hold of some more stuff from those sort of areas." It's like a lot of Eastern European countries have some really good craft beer that we just don't see. Yeah, also, like, I love American bourbon and that too, dude. Like, even like wild turkey and stuff. Like, I love some of the variants you get of that. I can't get over the smell of these. It just smells like pine weed and grapefruits. Yeah. So my favourite lager in the world, dude, is Augustina Helles out of Munich. I absolutely love that beer. It's so fucking good. Obviously, it's a bit harder to get in Australia and it's expensive. But yeah, when I have it, it's like just so good. I'd love to go to like Munich and drink it from the source. Um, yeah, like Czech Pilsners are good as well. We have a brewery here in Sydney called White Bay, and they do a lot of really good Czech stuff. Yeah, bloody oath. I'm going to have a taste of this. It smells unbelievable. Oh, wow. If you ever see terpenes in beer, I don't care what it is, just try it. It's so good. I love it. And I don't understand why it only seems to be me on YouTube that's reviewing terpenes beers. It's like, come on, people, where's it at? Yep. Yeah, I need to get myself a bottle or something. Just something to have a little nip at every now and then. I need to do more hangouts too. I used quite often, Trav, I'd have days where I'd just do a hangout on here and get mates up on the panel. And we pretty much just talk shit and just drink and, yeah, crap on for like hours. And it's pretty fun. You generally get quite a few people watching as well. And yeah, that's a good time to just drink your basic beers like your VBs and your Carlton Draft and your Forex and that. But also, even if you want to, yeah, have some spirits, just tuck into like a Jack Daniels or something like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, sub up, mate. Come back and chat with us. I'm on most nights, so I normally go live with my reviews, and then yeah, as I said, I do the occasional hangouts as well. Hennessy, I haven't had for a long time. Good name, by the way, Sam. Welcome in. Yeah, I haven't had it for ages. Something I need to revisit. I'm assuming you're a fan. And yeah, thanks for popping in, mate. This is what I love, just having people from all over the globe just coming in, having a chat and getting to know each other, and just talking about shit that's going on in their own area and what food they like, what drink, even what strain of weed. I don't even smoke, but it's just cool just hearing about that stuff. Even what dogs you own. Oh, that's not good. Have I asked you who you follow, Trav, in the NRL? I think we've had the discussion, haven't we? I was probably drunk and forget. It's sort of hard sometimes, just like because you forget who you were talking to about certain things. But yeah, I was always a Sharkies fan, and then like because Storm, yeah. So we're both Storm fans. Yeah, that's what I thought. Um, yeah, I was always Sharkies, but yeah, obviously when Storm come into the comp, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to go for them because I'm a like passionate Victorian. But yeah, I still have a soft spot for them. It doesn't matter now because Storm beat them. Who was it? You that was? Someone was telling me I should get a retro Guernsey of like a half Storm, half Sharks sort of thing. It'd look fucking sick as. People would be like, "Why the fuck have you got that?" And then like I'd explain my situation. They go, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool." Yeah, cool. Yeah, you would have been disappointed with the footy. I honestly thought Cats. I don't know. I put bets on them and everything. I was confident as at work. Out of our crew of 6 people, 4 people thought Brisbane would win, and only me and another guy thought Geelong. And obviously, because I live in country Victoria, just about everyone at work barracks for the Cats. Um, yeah, I had Cats to win by 35, and I had either Atkins or Holmes to win the Norm Smith. And then for first goal, I had Danger and Cam Rayner. So yeah, no luck at all with any of them. Yeah, and one of the bets I had, if Cats lost, I had to buy one of my workmates this real expensive burger. So it's like, fuck, I lost $50, which was shit, but now I've got to buy this burger on like this week as well. It's a good excuse though, just to go for a burger somewhere. Who would be? Here's one for you, Trav. If you could pick your 3 favourite rugby league players over the years, who's like 3 players that you've really enjoyed? For me, I'd have Billy Slater, Joey Johns, and Andrew Enninghausen was pretty good back in the day. Freddie Fittler, I used to like him. Even Jonathan Thurston, even though he's like a Queenslander and someone I should be barracking against, like with the Storm. And see, I was always a New South Wales fan. It was hard because I'd be barracking against all my Storm boys. But yeah, something about Thurston. He was a fucking superstar. Yeah, Cam Smith. Yep. Actually, I'd have him in my three as well. I'd have Billy, Cam, and Joey Johns. I mean, you could nearly even have fucking Cooper Cronk in there as well. Part of me was just, yeah, when Cooper left the Storm, it was just like, oh, it was like the beginning of the end. But yeah, they've just got such a strong culture at the Storm. It's like a bit like the Cats. Like that, they get these random players, and they're not even like high sort of picks or touted to be real good players, and they turn into these superstars, and they just keep the club ticking over. And obviously, a fan of Pappy as well. There's been so many good players over the years. Like I remember remember Sterlo off the Footy Show, like Sterlo and Fatty and those blokes. I even remember watching them as kids and thinking they were superstars. But yeah, Joey Johns, fuck, he was good to watch. He's just one of those players. It's like he could just change a game by himself. Just tremendous talent. Yeah, Munster. I feel like Munster was just so lucky to have Billy as like his mentor sort of thing. It just turned him into such a good player. Someone's tooting and carrying on out the front. It's funny though, like here I am reviewing an Italian craft beer, and then it just turns into like a random West Coast IPA talking about NRL. that's that's what I love about my streams. Just the like the tangents and there's there may be some structure early, but then it just fades away. Yeah, up the Storm. Cheers, Evie. Cheers, Joshy. Yeah, so I had that Italian beer before, guys, and I drank it all. It was okay, nothing special. I haven't scored it yet, but yeah, I've just been happy to sort of sitting here yapping, and I just decided to crack something else. Yeah, boy. Penrith 6, Brizzy 0. So yeah, the one I'm on now, Bridge Road, are out of Beechworth, up in the northeast of Victoria, and this is a west coast with the terpenes, so it's got that slightly weedy thing going on. Yeah, there's a few newies in tonight. It's good. We had a Russian guy in before. I think he said he subbed, so we might see more of him. It'd be awesome just to have like people from all different areas. Like I want some South Americans. I want some African. Yeah, like just different nations would be cool. Nah, doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything shifty anyway. What's he gonna get me for falling asleep? Because you were thinking you were going to write spies and then you forgot the S and then you fucked up. What kind of teacher are you going to be? Hey? Yeah. Yeah, I get locked up and they're like, "Oh, you can only come out if you tell us the most popular beers in the US at the moment." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's easy." This guy's knowledge is incredible. No, you're going to be a maths teacher and a science teacher. Yeah, when you're the sports teacher, you're the teacher that most people love. When you're the maths teacher, it's like everyone's like, "Oh, this fuckwit." Yeah, my best mate that lives in Mildura, he always wanted to be a primary teacher, and obviously his specialty is phys ed, but I think he does science as his backup. And he said like it's cool because he was never really into science when he was younger, but then he just sort of like just kept persisting with it, and he thought, oh, it's pretty fun to teach, just like doing little experiments and just talking about random shit, and the kids sort of get really intrigued by it. It's something I considered when I was younger, getting into teaching. It's so fucked though. Like, I mean, I still don't know what I want to do now. No, I'll be eating tonight, mate. I've actually got a pizza voucher, so I might even use that tonight because I can't be fucked cooking. So I might get a couple of pizzas delivered and won't have to pay for it. So it'll be good. I have to get up super early, so the less work I do now till I go to bed, the better. But yeah, cheers, Evie. I'm on mornings next week, so I'll be doing the beer reviews most nights again, I think, but probably being able to start a little bit earlier. I know last week or the week before, it must have been the week before, I was starting my beer reviews at like 7 o'clock at night, and it seemed to be a really popular time to start. So I might do that again. Yeah, for sure. Cheers. Hit the old like button too if you haven't already. So yeah, it's sort of like I've reviewed that Italian beer, and then it's sort of turned into like a slight hangout. Well, not really a hangout, but just I'm still chilling. It's sort of good. I wanted to go to probably about 5 p.m. or so it works out good. You know it, Evie. The only thing is I need to go to the pisser again. That Belgian beer's just gone straight through me. Straight through him like a hot curry. No, I'm not out that end though. Disco. Ah, good to see you, brother. I did this. I'm guessing you've probably seen these over the years. Italian craft beer, Noel. It's the brewery's called Baladin or Baladin or something like that. And they're like a farm brewery in central Italy. And they've got a series called Noel, and this is the orange and cacao. So they're like Belgian style beers, but sort of like a little more subdued. And yeah, chocolate orange was okay. It's just I just find them very like they're very simple. There's not much to them. Like the flavors are there. There's a bit of complexity with what you get, but everything's just very like dialed down. So yeah, it's a nice beer. It's solid, but it's nothing that's gonna like rock your socks. I hadn't actually scored it yet, but yeah, I think if I was going to score it, I'd say like a 4.1 out of 5. Yeah, I think that seems fair. Yeah. Yeah, so you got that sort of especially on the aroma. I got like huge banana, huge clove, huge like blueberry from the yeast. And I was like, wow, if that comes through on the palate and you're getting like this huge chocolate and orange, this is going to be a really nice beer. But unfortunately, yeah, the nose was so much better than the taste. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I knew what I was getting into though because I have had beers from these guys in the past, and I'd heard other people's opinions of them as well. It's just one of those beers. If you can sort of get it for a cheaper price, you just know that you're going to get a solid beer. But it's just yeah, it's not going to be something that really blows you away. There are 8.5 too. It drank like it was about 6. So I must admit, after I finished it, because it was a 750 ml bottle, I'd only had one beer previous to it, and then I was like, "Ooh, I actually feel a little bit woozy." But yeah, and now I'm just tucking into a terpene West Coast by a little brewery up in sort of the north of our state. But yeah, I'm going to quickly duck to the toilet, I think. I'll be back shortly. Cheers, Joshy. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Just I had to go to the toilet, brother. Busting. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, buddy. Well, I might see you tomorrow night or something. Yeah, I was just busting to go to the loo. You know how it is when you're live and you're been going for a little while. I'll probably wrap it up soon, dude. I'm gonna have an early dinner tonight, maybe watch something, and then head to bed at decent time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, get it done. It's amazing how much better you feel when you get shit like that done early. Yeah, for sure. It'll be good going to work tomorrow and not having a heap of arrogant Cats fans. That's one good thing about work. Because, yeah, probably, I reckon at least 60% of where I work barracks for Geelong. So, yeah, it could have been an absolute nightmare walking into work and everyone's just real cocky. Yeah, boo. I don't mind the Cats. It's just, yeah, it's like when you work amongst a heap of their fans, though, it can get pretty annoying. I can't stand Brizzy Lions. Yeah, nah. For me, the team that I hate so far more than anyone else is Collingwood. If Collingwood are playing shit, I'm like so happy. See, yesterday I didn't really have a. It was almost like I wasn't really supporting either of them. It was just like I just wanted a good game. Most of my bets were on Geelong. And then you've got like, yeah, there's players that I sort of have a connection with that play for the Lions, and yeah, so it didn't really worry me too much. But yeah, as far as work goes, it's going to be a lot better not having heaps of cocky Cats fans. Yeah, ex-Cat. One thing that's weird, dude, though, is when you think about it, I've hardly ever seen a ruckman that's been a coach over the years. It's normally ruckman are like just big sort of gangly unco types. They're not generally like real knowledgeable football brain types. They're just big guys that are good at doing what they do. But yeah, hopefully he goes all right. He's worked at some successful clubs, so that's the thing. I liked Goodwin as a coach. I still think Goodwin was a good coach, but I just think we've had too much off-field shit, and we sort of needed to make a change. I just hope Petraka doesn't leave. If Petraka leaves, I don't know. It'd be heartbreaking. I don't really care if Clayton Oliver leaves because he's a bit of a fuckwit, but I just don't want Track to leave. Yeah, and so at Gold Coast apparently. I think every club would be. Let's be honest, especially if they can get him for cheaper. Cheers, Breeders. Welcome in, bro. What have you been up to, lad? Still training, doing the MMA and stuff? I know you weren't drinking there for a while. Yeah, I had I don't know if you've seen these ones before. Italian craft beer. So it's like a farm brewery in central Italy called Baladin or Baladin. This is their Noel series, and this was the chocolate orange. It's not bad, nothing special. Sort of thing. It's like a one and done. I certainly wouldn't buy it again. Um, yeah. The funny thing is this is rated as one of their better beers, and it's like, okay, the rest of them must be pretty trash, then. Ugh, yeah. You've been doing much content as well. I haven't seen a video from you for a while. Yeah, that's a good effort, dude. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It must be hard when you're traveling, like you're going to other places and not having a drink. Ugh. Like, imagine if I went to Philippines and like I was walking in amongst the club scene and that, and I'm not drinking. I'd just be like, "Ugh," I'd be getting real itchy. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not too far away. If you've got stuff to like distract you as well, or you got some strong hobbies and busy working or whatever, like yeah. Cheers to the chat. Cheers to terpenes in beer. I love it. And I want to know why no one else seems to review them. It's just me. The Terpene King is here. Ooh wee. Oh shit. It's getting late. It's only 4:42. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't blame you. You'd jump up here and you'd be like, oh, that cunt. I'll do a stream especially for you where I just drink like a tea or something. One more beer, one more beer. Nah, I got no more beer, no more beer, no more beer. Nah, I've got beers in the fridge, but they're all review beers, so I'm definitely finishing it up very shortly. Gonna go order myself some pizza and yeah, I don't know. What should I watch? I'll find something to watch on the old YouTube. And then I've got to get some shit ready for work and then I'll be out like a light, hopefully. Does anyone have any recommendations for some stuff like on the channel to check out any styles they're interested in or See, I had Simo from the UK. He sent us a bit of cash and said, "Get yourself an impy stout." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's fair enough." So yeah, I got to look for a stout for him. Just that personal touch, like yeah, like when I've sort of given some cash to someone and said, "Get yourself a beer," and then like they'll get you like they'll get whatever beer you said, and then they really enjoy it. It's like cheers, bro. Like yeah, stuff like that's cool. I love recommending beers to people. Like I love recommending music to people. It's like, oh, did you hear that new album by this band? And they're like, nah. And they're like, oh, check it out. And they're sort of like, nah, not, I don't really know them or whatever. And then eventually they'll start to listen to it and they're like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, that's a question I get all the time, dude, but I just simply can't answer it. I've had about 14,000 different beers, so I can't just narrow it down to one beer. All I can say is my favourite style is barrel aged imperial stout, and the brewery that I reckon's done them the best is Side Project out of St. Louis, Missouri. Is it St. Louis or St. Louis? Or can you say either? Yeah. But that's their range of impy stouts and barley wines are some of the best beers I ever had. So that's all I can say. Oh yes, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Panthers 12. Yeah, you can't write those Panthers off. You just simply can't. Don't know what the fuck that is. do, 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 do. I wish there was more in this. Let's see if we can get some more. We'll try and generate it. That's terrible. I got a lot out of that. Wasn't even worth lifting the bottle for that. That was terrible. That's terrible, Muriel. Where does everyone reckon at the moment, like the roughest area of our country is? I reckon Alice Springs would have to be up there. Yes, the last drop often the best. Fucking oath, you know it. I'm starting to get sleepy, so I'm gonna call it a night, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself some food and hit the hay. I can just feel my eyes like dropping and getting heavy, and then I'll be like, "Ugh." So yeah, good decision, I think. Cheers, boys and girls. It's been another good stream. And yeah, if you've just started watching it recently and wondering what's going on, I reviewed the Italian beer for the heart of the stream. So yeah, check it out from the start, and then I'll talk about it a bit more later on. So yeah, as far as this goes, I've just been doing the Bridge Road Terpene beer just to sort of wet the whistle a bit more and talk some more shit. Get to know Trav a bit better. It's good. Good community, good peeps. Love it. So yeah, I'll be back. I won't be doing anything more today. That's me done. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night. Probably just after dinner time. So cheers, peeps, and we'll see you again soon. End stream.